We've been waiting for this interview for a hot minute. Yeah, man, and I don't know whether I've actually interviewed you before.
Never.
Never? Wow. It can't have been that many interviews that I don't even remember. So shout out to Wangechi in the place. Of course, Wangechi, one of the realest people to ever do it in the 254. Welcome to Trace FM. Welcome to Trace East Africa as well. How you doing?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing great.
Yeah?
I've woken up.
You've woken up?
I've made it. Shout out to God and my alarm. Seven of them. Seven of them.
Hey, 7. That's a lot, man.
Yeah, so I appreciate your job.
Yes.
And waking up in the morning. But I'm so happy to be here. This is my first radio interview in like 3 years actually.
Ages.
I came here first to Trace.
Man. How's that been? Taking a hiatus from something that you absolutely love.
It's been actually refreshing. It's very refreshing to actually take the break and then come back, because it's like you have a whole new perspective. You see how the industry has changed, the new kids and everything that's happening. So it's like you've summered it first before you entered back into it and all that thing. And also finding out different aspects of yourself out there than just being a musician. I've been an artist since I was 19. Yeah.
Since way back in the day.
So people think I'm an oldie, but it's just that I started so early.
It happens. So what have you learned about, let's start with yourself.
What have I learned about myself? I have learned that hey, that's a good question, by the way.
Thank you.
I've learned, that's a good question. It'd
be like that sometimes when you're processing. Okay, so we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
But tell me, what have you learned about the industry? You know, sitting back and just being like, okay, let me see what's happening.
I've learned that it's very fast moving nowadays. So the fans have a shorter retention span or something. So if you release this track after 2 weeks, if it's forgotten, you have to go on to the next one. So it's moving really fast right now. And social media is like so huge, and like TikTok, TikTok is blowing my mind because I don't know how to use TikTok. I'm back and I'm just looking at TikTok and I'm just like, this is actually interesting.
It's very, very interesting. TikTok, Snapchat. You're from the Snapchat era.
I'm from the Snapchat era.
Tricks and all of that.
And right now though I'm a Twitter babe, so I'm a KOT type of person.
Yes.
But yeah, so those are the things. Like social media is really working really well for tracks right now. YouTube is moving faster than like radio and all those things. So everything is happening online much more. Yeah.
I mean, the consumption of music has definitely changed, and I love what you've said. So songs are blowing up on TikTok, and of course streaming as well. Definitely changed the game over the last couple of years.
Streaming is high.
Streaming is huge.
Guys are literally earning so much money from streaming. And that's what I'm. It's so interesting because I remember when I was there was nothing like Boomplay at that time. Apple Music actually hadn't started.
Apple Music hadn't started. All we had was iTunes.
We had
iTunes, the Apple Store. Yes.
Spotify, I don't even think we had Spotify. So yes, I can actually say that I'm an OG.
You are.
I was there before all the streaming sites began.
But what when you think about let's paint both sides of the coin, right? So what is happening currently and what used to happen then? What do you miss that used to happen then that you would love to be done now?
What do I miss that used to happen then? I think what I miss that used to happen then is like the planning of a good media run. Because right now you can literally just blow up on YouTube and you're not a star. So right now doing a media run is less important, and before then it used to be more important to do a media run. The guys who literally do not go to radio and they're okay.
But you see, that's basically because consumption has changed. So you don't really have to do all of the radio stations. You go to the musical ones. You know what I mean? Because those are the necessary ones. But enough about music and all of that. Now, of course, you actually mentioned you last week on my podcast. It's called The Mics Are Open. And it was because you were amongst the people who spoke about the money that you got.
All the small tunes that we get.
The pizza money that you got.
It sorted me, by the way, during that long holiday. I had some fuel.
So, you're educated, you understand a couple of things and all of that. Tell me this, and this is now me on the radio. We play music. We can tell you songs that are being played and all of that. What is wrong with the system from Wangechi's perspective?
Yeah, what I feel like is wrong with the system, and I know this is not the. I know.
No. But then let's go 100 about it. You can say everything.
I can say
Don't
everything.
hold back.
Don't holding back.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, you of course know there's corruption inside the system itself, inside the Vycek and MCSK places.
Okay.
So of course, guys are pocketing money inside there. But then also, what I learned a few years ago is the big radio stations and the big media stations are the guys who are not paying out.
All right.
Yes. So this problem actually starts with the radio. You guys. Okay, not you guys. I don't know. Maybe you guys.
No. We pay for sure,
You
right?
pay for
But I
sure.
know there's guys who don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It
So
happens.
So it's the bigger ones who play the most amount of music and who are like the widest reach in Kenya are the guys who don't pay. So it's the smaller guys who are paying. So that's why the money is not coming back to our sides.
But my thing is this, right? Cool. There's obviously going to be a couple of it's a system.
Yeah.
Guys will try and evade it. Just like you know how KRA tells you need to file for your taxes. Some guys don't do it, right?
Yeah.
But there's also one huge category of people. There's mathris, there's taxis, there's all of those that are contributing. They have a license. There's every single business, the clubs, salons, literally everywhere where we are. And we don't have to go as far as business registry to see this.
Yes.
You get?
Yeah.
That is a lot of money. And that amount of money cannot be equated to
1,215.
Exactly.
So
what do we have to do so that, because this happens every year. Every year. Kwanzaa, you know what we actually noticed? This year was actually less. You guys were at 2K. This time now it's at 1,250. So there's been a drop.
Yeah, there's been a drop.
Yeah, so are we going to have this conversation again next year?
Maybe next year I'm tweeting I have received the 800 bob.
Possible.
And that will be this tragic way to the conversation that we're having. But luckily we have streaming now. So until like any artist who's like coming in or a new guy, don't depend on this priest. Even I don't even know I registered, by the way. Registration is there so that you're acknowledged that you're a musician, like in Kenya, if you need people to know that you're a musician.
Yeah.
But there's no need for it if that's the amount of money that we are getting.
Did you get that money, COVID relief?
Aye.
You didn't get
that
nothing?
money?
Allah?
Did you know anyone who got that?
No,
money?
I saw the president address his nation and said that we've given this amount of money.
I don't know why musicians were painted like clowns and artists, like where people just like making fun of us. Who got that money? That money, by the way, you should be shooting me here rolling in the Mercedes. It was like 200 million.
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
That's crazy.
It was.
You literally give each Msanii 1 million and nobody else received that money.
Wow. Anyway.
All talk.
That is going to be a very long conversation. Now, let's get back into music. So, you and Scam Cardinali. You know, shout out to Kinoti, Mr. Community Manager over here. He sent me a very interesting clip yesterday and told me that there's a song, I'm trying to remember, let me actually just check it right now. There's a song that you, Scar says, the song is actually, it's a calligraph freestyle.
The Cypher, yes.
The Cypher from 2016, where it all began. What do young guys call it? What? You know when you testify or you proclaim, what's the word?
Affirmation.
Manifesting. Yes. Is that where it all began?
I literally think that's where it all began. That was 2016.
Yeah, 2016, freestyle by Calligraph Jones.
Yes. But then at that time I didn't notice it or anything. So I think when I saw it I was just like, why is I felt like it was a diss.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a diss.
Yeah.
And then after that freestyle, I think it was 2018 when I was working on some music, and then my then videographer was telling me that this guy was really looking to do a collab with you, just do a collab with him. So I just sent him the track. I didn't even pay much attention to that. Was Sana Sana.
Yeah.
So I just sent him the track, and then when I got back the verse, I was like, this is the hottest verse I've had in a while. Ever.
Yeah.
Ever, and that's when it began. But the first time we actually met was during the shoot of Sana Sana.
Oh wow!
So there was literally nothing in between that. So I think that was actually manifestation.
Yeah, that was actually I mean, he said it on a song, and this is a calligraph freestyle, which is pretty big.
Which is pretty big, yeah.
So now that you're back in the scene, I'm going to play the brand new one that you have, you and of course Wakadinali. But before we get into that, Is it going to be one of those things where you drop a song and then, whoo, you're gone again?
I've been told not to do that, and I'm trying my best not to do that, but no.
Yeah?
This time I have a full range of music that's coming out. I have been making music for the past 8 months.
Really?
Yeah. By now, 9 months, I might have delivered the music baby by now.
So you have a lot of music coming up.
Yeah.
So Wakadinali, of course,
Yes.
biggest guys out and about right now. So who else do you have featured on those new songs that you're about to drop?
Let me tell you, it's gonna be a very interesting project. It's a 10-track album that's coming up. I'm about to announce
EP,
it.
LP?
Full album.
Full album.
Full album.
Okay.
I'm about to announce about it in like the next 2 weeks.
No, but you see, here's the thing. You can't come on a big platform like this, and yes, I said big platform, and not give us the juice. Sawa, guys can wait for 2 weeks, but at least give us 2 or 3 features that are in the album.
Nah.
Come on, you can't do me like that.
Okay, hey, nah. You guys are saying 2 weeks.
No, 2 weeks is a long time, but here's the thing. You know, when you're releasing something, you also have to tease guys. So think of this as a tease, where guys are going to be like, yo, in 2 weeks, she said that there's going to be some hot fire that's about to drop.
Okay, let me say this. In 2 weeks, there's going to be a joint album that's about to drop.
A joint album?
Yeah.
Joint?
Joint.
Okay.
Yes.
You and...
Somebody.
Somebody?
Yes.
One individual?
Yes. 10 tracks.
Male, female?
About to be the hottest thing in hip-hop, huh? Now I'm not giving you any more information. So you told me
10 tracks.
Something. 10 tracks. It's like a Jay-Z and Kanye thing when it drops. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I can't
That's
say
all you're
anymore.
saying?
Yeah.
In 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks I'll announce it, yeah.
You'll announce it. So when does it drop?
It's scheduled to drop in July.
In July?
Yeah. Right before election, so that guys have something to listen to while this politics
well,
are happening. Yeah, when this noise, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm about to drop your brand new one. We've actually been playing it. It's one of the songs that we've been giving a lot of spins on the station. And I know, shout out DJ Mr. Fabs. He's actually got it on his drive list of songs he's been mixing up. So shout out to him. This one is definitely a song that I love.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not even gassing you up. It's a dope song. Romantic Rivals, Wangechi and Wakadinali. Why the title?
Romantic Rivals. Feds wanaipenda na mimi naipenda. Sima Romantic Rivals. So the feds like it's actually a good wordplay. So the feds like this tunes, and us guys also like this tunes. So me and us guys and the feds are romantic rivals. The feds also like the guys also like it. Romantic rivals, yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
How was this studio session?
The studio session was Wakadinali, let me just tell you something. They're as authentic as their lyrics. They literally live their lyrics, and it was like the most gangster session I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
And also they're cool guys. If you know them individually, you'd know each of their personalities and who they are and everything like that. So it was a very, those are emojis. Like that's fam.
Now your street credibility done changed in Nairobi, yeah?
Sana, man. Let me tell you, sana. Yesterday when we had the 1824 gig with them.
Yeah.
I just felt like, the queen of the kingdom.
Yeah, you're like, yeah!
Queen of the kingdom, untouchable, unshakable, and like it's like you have these bouncers around you.
Yeah, around.
Yeah.
Trust me, ain't nobody trying to steal a phone over there at certain events. Yeah, man. So are you going to be working on some more with them, or are you looking to work with a lot more people in that whole drill game, Brooklyn Boys and all of that, and everybody else on the come up as well?
Yes. I want to do a lot of hip hop collabs, especially for this year.
Yes.
I just want to get back into my hip hop game more than anything else before, because that's the one I love the most.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to working with. There's a guy who I'm really looking for is Boutros.
Boutros. Boutros anashinda gapa bebe.
I'm really looking forward to working with Boutros.
Yes.
So I look for him, yeah.
Shout out to Boutros. Boutros, if you're listening, because I know he's always like, checking out what we're doing over here at Trace East Africa. Yeah. You need to holler at Wangechi. Super creative. So other than Boutros, who else? Just like how Scar manifested, who else?
In a big manifestation?
Yeah.
Nasty C.
Really?
Nasty C by the end of the year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, are you serious?
Shoot to the sky, yeah.
I WhatsApp with him.
You WhatsApp with him?
Yeah.
My G. Now I have to connect, yeah.
Serious.
So
true
we're
story.
gonna talk after this, yeah.
Yeah. I'll send him your track and back and forth and let's make it happen.
Okay.
Alright. Nasty C, man. I mean, friend of the station.
Yeah.
It's the right interview. Because we're all about making sure that you do not get 1,250 next year.
Asante sana.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Never again. Anyway, Wangechi, we got to roll out. Thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you for having
and
me.
of course, gracing us with your, with your presence. I wish you nothing but blessings. And of course, when you are ready to drop that new project, come on, you got to be here.
I've got to bring it here first and
foremost.
Yes.
All right.
First and foremost, yeah.
There you have it. So make sure that you give her all her spins because she deserves all of them. Where can they find your music, by the way?
You can find my music everywhere.
Everywhere.
Anywhere you want to look for it, you're going to find it.
Just even walk into a wall, Wangechi's music is there.
Exactly. Shazam, Wangechi's music is there.